let me tell you something. If you're not at the game, you can see it.
And they have been.
Is that right?
Ludlow has?
Ludlow hat? What, they don't want...
They don't want anybody to do anything in it.
Go figure. I've seen that before. What, bud?
He has given him pass.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Yeah. So, well, guess what? He's just going to go and go do other schools' games. He's going to get treated like that. They treat him like that. He'll go someplace else. And you'll hear him doing someone else's sport. They spent $12,000. I told them they could have got a great setup. Perfect. They didn't need that setup. He's not gonna. He's supposed to tie into those cameras.
Okay.
But at this point,
That's the problem. Is my daughter said there's no audio. It'd be nice if it was, you know?
he was supposed to be broadcast.
Okay.
But at this point, with all the bullshit,
Yeah.
you know, so he's got his own standalone stuff. So we spent. Now this camera he won in a contest,
Wow.
which is like between the camera, the tripod, it's like $2,500.
Wow.
So that was just lucky. Then he also won another $3,000 in that same contest. Advantage Sports, which is a small sports station on the frontier now. So he just dropped all his money. He dropped like $3,800.
So they'll go on YouTube. What is that? How does that work? Hopefully somebody will follow them or advertising or something.
No.
No?
Small one.
Okay.
It's not really. I can try to. I don't know if you guys are interested. I can try and get you a YouTube stream if you're interested in listening to it.
Yeah.
Because I need to take off.
Okay.
So I need to go back up there. If you
Yeah,
want
definitely.
to come up there, they can give you the address or something.
Yeah.
If that interests you.
Yeah.
Now, once the game's over, it'll be up there.
Test 1, 2. No time like the present to bring you into Kiwanis Field in Fairfield, Connecticut, as we are getting ready for the top of the first inning here as Fairfield post 143 takes on Stamford post 3. Howdy, everybody. Aiden Blank, a pleasure to have you along with us as we bring you exclusive coverage of Fairfield American Legion baseball in the summer of 2018. This Fairfield's first home game in the 19 and under division. They come in having played 2 games yesterday against Stamford. They lost both of those games, and they come in 0-2. Stamford comes in 5-0, the undefeated team and champions in the state of Connecticut last year. So certainly going to be an interesting matchup. Thanks for tuning in to our first broadcast of the season. Hopefully we will be able to bring you more American Legion baseball throughout the season. We are ready to go as Adam Stone leads things off. Was that a ball? Second pitch is on the inside. 1 ball, no strikes is your count. Again, Stamford champions a year ago in 15U in the 19U division. That a hard hit ball but foul down the third base line and out of play. A ball and a strike is the count. Stone played for Fairfield Prep, playing third base today for Stamford. 1-1 on its way. A curveball right down the middle. It's actually going to be 2-2 instead of 1-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes your count. Is Adam Stone, one of the star players on Fairfield, on the Fairfield Prep team that lost in the state semifinals a couple of days ago. Ground ball and fielded it short. Easily played over to first, and it's over the head of freshman Matt Longo. So Stone will reach on an error, and a routine ground ball turns into essentially a double, and Adam Stone on to lead off the inning. As moving in now is TJ Wainwright. Wainwright played for West Hill High School. The Vikings had an all right year. Not as good as some of their past years, but certainly has been all right. He was on that team that went to the state semifinals last year. That ball skied high down the first base line and out of play. So the count moves to 0-1. Wainwright, 5'9", bats and throws right, 172 pounds. He's the class of 2019, so he just graduated his junior year as a West Hill Viking. The 0-1 on its way, and he skies this one basically same general area as the first pitch, and we'll go to 0-2. So, 0-2 to TJ Wainwright, playing second base today for Stamford. 0-2 on its way. Kicks, deals, and it's on the outside part of the plate. A ball and 2 strikes. One, 2. On its way to Wainwright. Ground ball over to short. Past Stone. Stone nearly hit it. A bouncing throw to first base. It gets by Longo. Stone will walk home. And just like that, Stamford is on the board first. It's 1-0. So a tough play for Longo. Nearly got ran over by T.J. Wainwright, and Stamford is out to an early 1-0 lead. First two batters will reach for post 3. That'll bring up Dean DePrata, the shortstop on this team out of Roger Williams University. Again, it's not just high school players you will see on the diamond, as that is a high strike, swung on and missed, 0-1. It is not just college players you will see. You also get to see some high school and college players, so a nice mix. 0-1 on its way to DePrata. This is a line drive and a base hit into right field. Wainwright will stay at third, so the first 3 batters of the inning get on base. And Stamford out to a real nice start, 1-0 with runners on first and third. Still nobody out here in the top of the first. Reed Gesualdi will play right field. He steps in now at a King's School in Stamford, a private school. They do not play in the CIAC, as that ball's going to get by the second baseman. Drop down into the right center field gap. DePrata stays at third base, but Stamford will take a 2-0 lead here in this top of the first inning. A real quick start as the first 4 batters reach on base. And that'll bring up Nico Kides, the catcher for this Stamford team. That's a strike. Count moves to 0-1. Kides out of Stamford High School, 180 pounds, so one of the larger kids on this team is 5'11". Bats and throws from the right side. 0-1. High and away, 1 ball and a strike. Stamford returns almost every single player from that state championship team last year, so they are definitely one of the favorites to win it again here in 2018. Kides will swing and rip one down the left field line. That's a base hit. That scores 1. They will hold the other runner at third base, but it is 3-0, and what a start for this Stamford squad. The first 5, to my count, get on base, and they're out to a nice 3-0 lead. So up to the plate steps Leo Sochi. He is the designated hitter out of West Hill High School. 5'7", 175 pounds. He'll graduate next year. And his first pitch is skied high into left field. Oncoming's the left fielder. He's not going to get it. As trotting home is Reed Gesualdi. And it is 4-0 Stamford. What a start for this Stamford team, as Fairfield really struggling there on defense. Of course, with a team like this, it's best if you just take your lumps. State champions a year ago, this ball fouled back and out of play on the first base side just near the Fairfield dugout. Count moves to 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch is back up the middle. That's a base hit. They will send the runner home. Play at the plate's not in time. Moving to third and trying to score, but he will hold up there, is Leo Sochi, but it's 5-0 Stamford, and still nobody out here in the top of the first inning. It's really looking like BP for Stamford. as they will take a timeout and go talk it over on the mound. So a real tough start for Fairfield. Nick Parisi, the Ludlow freshman, is on the mound. Is that right? Excuse me, a sophomore for Fairfield Ludlow. Normally the starting shortstop, but due to some issues with players not being able to make the game, Fairfield had to call some players up and move some players around. This is a ground ball to second, and finally they get an out as Longo will catch it over at first base, but not before Stamford takes a 6th run. What a start for this Stamford team. They are only a couple of batters away from... this might be the batter. Yes, it is. So Danny Colazzo will step up to the plate should he get on. Everybody but one of their players, as that is a strike. Everybody but one of the Stamford players will have gotten a hit and will be back to the top of the order with still one out. Pitch on the way. I'll take it low. 1-1 is the count. It is a threatening day here at Kiwanis Field. The rain has not come yet, but we can only assume it will do so in about just a while as that ball fouled back 1-2. The clouds are looking very ominous in the sky, and we could be in for some nasty weather. 1 ball, 2 strikes is the count to Colazzo. Swing and a fly ball over to first. Longo calls him off and barely makes the play over there. Had to scoop it at the last second to get the second out of the inning. So Fairfield able to retire 2 in a row. And suddenly, that might be the most positive thing that's happened for them this inning is now, unfortunately, Adam Stone is going to come up and try and rain on that parade. Again, Stone out of Fairfield Prep, 193 pounds, 6'5", one of the biggest on this team. That's low, ball 1. Fairfield, looking ahead for them, will play Wilton this week in a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday series. Tuesday and Thursday at 5:45 in Wilton at Wilton High School. And they'll be here on Wednesday. That's a ball, 2-0. They will be here on Wednesday at 5:30 to take on Wilton. They will then move to a Friday, Saturday, Sunday 3-game series as that ball is skied high to second and Longo is called off as that will be the end of the inning. We will talk about their schedule when we get back, but 6 runs for Stamford. What a start for post number 3. We will take a commercial break, and it's 6-0 Stamford when we get back for the bottom of the first.
7 million viewers on our free live streaming sports, news, and entertainment broadcasts. To reach our rapidly growing audience, contact Advertising Director Jessica Murrin at 203-273-7312 or email.
It's Wardell for the win! Skyview State Champs!
The NFHS Network, now on mobile. Download the app today.
We believe in patriotism. We believe in our nation's youth. We believe veterans earn their benefits through their service to our nation. We believe in a strong national security. We believe in our country. For 100 years, veterans have been impacting our nation through the American Legion, and we believe it makes a difference. If you believe, learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
Bottom of the first here at Kiwanis Field. Aiden Blank with you as we welcome you back. A real good start to this game from Stamford. 6-0 they lead. As on the mound for Stamford is Blake Newcomer, the product of Salisbury University, graduated last year. Is up to the plate comes Chris Radovic, as he will try and get some offense going for Fairfield, something they really could desperately need if they want to try and win this game. Almost half their starting lineup again is out. So a lot of younger kids playing in this game, and that's not terrible. I mean, they would have a tough time beating this state championship team even if they had their whole team here, so could be a silver lining as that's ball one on the inside part of the plate. 1-0 is the count. Trying to get their 15U players some real experience. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and that'll even it out at 1-1. So a ball and a strike to Radovic, the leadoff hitter for Fairfield. Inside part of the plate, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And as I was saying before the break, Fairfield will play this weekend in a pretty fun, next weekend rather, in a very fun event for all that are attending, is that's 2-2. They'll play Bridgeport. There will be 3 games each day, as that's a ball. 15, 17, and 19U. We will cover the 17 and 19U games. Friday at 5:30 and 7:30. And then some doubleheaders over the weekend, as that will be strike 3. So the first batter is retired for Stamford, and that is a good start, better than what Fairfield did for Stamford. As Nick Parisi will step into the box, the starting pitcher, usually starting shortstop on this team. Fairfield Ludlow class of 2021. Hits a ground ball to second. Couple of pitches, and it was dropped over at first base by the first baseman, so Parisi reaches on the first pitch. And Fairfield in business here in the bottom of the first inning. So Austin Stewart will step in, and that's a ball that will be grounded just in front of the catcher. They'll go to second, get the out. So 2 away. They'll get the lead runner, and a tough play there, but they'll take it as they'll get the out. And Jack Varco will step in to the plate, number 27 on his back. The outfielder from Fairfield Ward. He'll graduate in 2020. First pitch is a strike on the inside part of the plate, 0-1. Second pitch, flied just to our right, but foul, so the count moves to 0-2. Varco playing the outfield on a normal basis. Bats and throws from the right side. That ball goes into virtually the same place that the other one went to, and it goes back to 0-2. So we'll do it once more with newcomer to Varco, and the pitch is a ball just low. So a 1-2 count to Varco. It's a chopper over to short. They'll get the force at second, and that will do it for the bottom of the first. So other than a quick hit, 1-2 and a fielder's choice, 1-2-3 go Fairfield, and we will talk with you on the flip side of a commercial break. Top of the second is next.
Watch me, Mom. Watch me, Dad.
Watch me, Coach. Watch me, Sheen High School. Watch me, St. Joe's. Watch me, Waterbury. Watch me, Farmington.
Watch me, Fairfield County.
Watch me, Connecticut. Watch me play. Watch me work. Watch me compete.
Watch me get to the quarterback.
Watch me cheer. Watch me throw them out. Watch me score.
Watch me cross them up.
Watch me win. Watch me. Watch me. Watch me. No, watch me. Watch me. I'm Vantage Sportsnet.
Vantage Sportsnet by Frontier.
Jessica at HAN.network.
Back with you from Kiwanis Field. Top of the second on its way. TJ Wainwright will step into the box out of West Hill High School. We talked about them earlier having a bad year by their standards. Just missing out on the FCAC playoffs. Of course, the year before, last year, they went to the Class L Double-L State semifinals. That is going to just miss. We'll go 2-0. They took the top seed in the FCAC, only to be upset by number 8 Trumbull. So, pitch on the way. Inside part of the plate, 3-0. Of course, Fairfield Ludlow, which is the school of many players on Fairfield, upset Ridgefield in the first round of the FCACs this year. That is ball 4. So the first walk of the afternoon will put Wainwright on first base. That'll bring up Dean DePrata. So you will step into the box. Sky it high into right field. Caught in center, and that's first out of the inning. So up steps number 2, Reed Gaswali. And he will get his second at-bat of the game. These are all their second at-bats for Stamford. Reed Gaswaldi, my apologies. That ball in the inside part of the plate. 1-0. The count, yes, so West Hill was upset. That makes it 2 years in a row in the FCAC playoffs where the number 8 seed has moved to the semifinals. And of course, both Trumbull and Fairfield Ludlow fell in the FCX semifinals. Trumbull falling to the Darien Blue Wave, the Wilton Warriors, and Fairfield falling to the Darien Blue Wave. So 3 balls, no strikes. On the way is trying to work himself out of a 3-0 count. It's a curveball that misses the plate, so we go to another walk. That'll bring up Nico Kides, the catcher from Stamford High School. Stamford did not have as good a year as some other FCAC programs. Definitely will look to try and have a more successful year next year. That ball grounded and fouled off to the first base side, so it's 0-1. And Stamford trying. They got their first 6 batters on base last inning and route to a 6-run top of the first. Not the way you want to start it if you are Fairfield. Pitch on the way is lifted to left field, and it is deep. It is going to drop at the warning track. Kides is coming home. He will score. It is a single, but it'll get a run in, an RBI single, and Stamford takes the 7-0 lead. So what a start for this Stamford team. 7-0 your score. This ball is missing on the inside part of the plate, so 1-0. A ball and no strikes. And the pitch. Ground ball. Played at second. A nice little hop. That's 1. That's all they'll get. So the second out of the inning will come with an extra run for Stamford. It's 8-0. And there are 2 away. So that'll bring up Ruben Rodriguez. First pitch to him is down low, ball 1. Fairfield just having one of those days. Just cannot get out of the inning to save their lives. The 1-0 high gets by the catcher, so up to second they will move, and now a runner in scoring position, and it's a 2-0 count. Stamford taking players from college as well as West Hill and Stamford is, as you would think, mostly where those players come from. They have a player from the King's School, Reed Giswaldi, which is a private school, is not in the CIAC, as that will make it 3-0. They are not in the CIAC. They are actually in the FAA. They made the FAA championship this year. Pitch on the way. In there for a strike, 3-1. They lost to Brunswick, but certainly a successful program up there. And, of course, they have players from Fairfield Prep. Fairfield Prep is kind of, because it is a private school, it's in the CIAC, as that ball will be lifted to center, and that'll be a can of corn for the third out. We'll stay with you through the commercial break. Fairfield Prep's kind of one of those schools that just, they got players on all kinds of Legion teams because they are not necessarily out of Fairfield. They're a private school out of Fairfield, but they still they have kids coming from all over the state, and including in other states as well. So it's not necessarily, they're not necessarily only on the Fairfield team. There are some Fairfield players on the Fairfield team, but Stamford, of course, taking a lot of those players. We'll take a quick break, and when we return, bottom of the third action, it's 8-0 Stamford here on the Fairfield American Legion Broadcast Network. Drew Buckley will get us going in the bottom of the third. And a blank back with you from Kiwanis Field. It's 8-0 Stamford. As Fairfield trying to get some offense going. First pitch to Buckley is ball one. Buckley, a freshman at Fairfield Ludlow High School, will graduate in a couple of years. Played on the Fairfield American Little League team that made it to the sectionals, lost to a team with a lot of these kids on it from Stamford National Little League. It's the 1-1 on its way to Buckley. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Clearly having some trouble getting caught up to the pitch. As Buckley now down in the count, 1-2. 1-2 to Buckley. Swing and a miss, and that will be out number one this inning. So Stamford kind of putting it on cruise control. They had a very easy first inning. Only saw about 5 Fairfield players, and now they're up 1 down here in the bottom of the third. Swing and a miss. And the count moves to 0-1 on Edmund Hogan. Hogan from Fairfield Ward High School. His next pitch is in there for a strike. Nice sidearm motion that he's got out on the mound. Yes. 0-2 on the way. And that'll be a nice 3-pitch strikeout. So there are 2 away. This game really moving along here as Fairfield trying to get something going. And it's James Kozlowski from Fairfield Ludlow. With 2 gone here in the bottom of the third. Fairfield still looking for their first win after losing that ball in the dirt. After losing 10-3 and 7-5 yesterday at Cubetta Stadium in a doubleheader against Stamford. 1-0 pitch. Lifted in the air, and that's got some distance, but easy play out in left field. And that will do it for the bottom of the third. So Fairfield just cannot get anything to work to go their way today. It is 8-0. We'll check with you in the top of the fourth. We are flying along here on tap for about an hour and a half game, or even shorter. We'll see how it goes. Top of the fourth is next on the American Legion Broadcast Network.
If you're watching this broadcast, you're not alone. The HAN network is available for 200,000 Connecticut cable customers on the Frontier Network, and we've We've also reached 1.7 million viewers on our free live streaming sports, news, and entertainment broadcasts. To reach our rapidly growing audience, contact Advertising Director Jessica Murrin at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
It's Wardell for the win! Skyview State Champs!
The NFHS Network, now on mobile. Download the app today.
We believe in patriotism. We believe in our nation's youth. We believe veterans earn their benefits through their service to our nation. We believe in a strong national security. We believe in our country. For 100 years, veterans have been impacting our nation through the American Legion, and we believe it makes a difference. If you believe, learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
Back with you for the top of the fourth inning on the Fairfield American Legion Broadcast Network. Top of the third. As Stamford will try and add to what has been a really good start so far, an 8-0 lead. Michael Grafstein leads things off and flies it into the right center gap, and a nice attempt, but it will get past the center fielder. And Grafstein is on for the first time this game, as well as for the first time this inning. So, good start for Stamford, and up steps Danny Colazzo. The 17U Fairfield team also played in a 3-game series that ended this morning. That's ball one. That ended this morning. Fairfield ends up losing 2 out of 3. Joe Sangiulo, threw a complete game win against Stamford in a 4-2 Fairfield win on a doubleheader yesterday at Kiwanis. Stamford won the second game 6-0, and this morning Stamford wins the rubber match in 8 innings. That game played at West Hill High School. A line drive that's going to hit down into left field. So a good start for Stamford. Their first 2 batters reach. And the top of the order up with Adam Stone. That was a really nice play. That was a really good swing on it, too. So, Fairfield looking to try and salvage the last of a 3-game series. They're not going to win the series, but they could make sure Stamford gets their first loss of the season. It is 1-0. We'll come out to Seaside Park over the weekend. A huge game, or at least a huge bunch of games. That's strike one. A huge series in Bridgeport as Fairfield will take on Bridgeport. They are going to be supporting and volunteering for the City of Bridgeport's, that's a ball, the City of Bridgeport's Lighthouse Program's Healthy Kids Day on July 21st as well. It's going to be an exciting weekend. This weekend, we're going to have some fun, and then they'll be back there to help out on July 21st. That's a ball, and as we move to 3-1, the runner moves to third base. The Lighthouse program is a state-of-the-art after-school educational and recreational program in partnership with the community-based organizations and the Bridgeport Public Schools. Over 3,000 children are seen daily with enrichment activities that support school day learning, so certainly a good program to be a part of. That's ball 4, and Stone will reach for the third time today, this time via the walk. believe he walked last time as well. And that'll bring up TJ Wainwright. So Wainwright going to try and do some damage. This is a fly ball that will be played in left. It'll be caught, but tagging and scoring is the runner. Moving up to third is Stone, so it is 9-0 Stamford here in the top of the third. And it's really been a disappointing afternoon for Fairfield, just trying to do whatever they can to just get through this game. They know it'll be much more important that their players are here for the next bunch of games. They will end up playing 6 days in a row, 6 games in 6 days, 3 against Wilton from Tuesday to Thursday, and then from Friday to Sunday, they'll play 3 against Bridgeport. So they really got to rest up for this weekend. Of course, this game very much important, but at this point, down 9-0, it's best to just try and do what you can and get out of this one unharmed as far as injuries and fatigue, and go take Monday off, and then they're right back at it in Wilton on Tuesday. No balls and a strike on the way, and it is in the dirt. 1 ball and a strike. Dean DePrada, wearing number 1 on his back, as a 1-1 count. That ball's cut on and missed. Ball and 2 strikes. Tune in to our next broadcast. Not quite sure when it will be. It's either going to be this week as DePrada goes down on strikes. There's 1 away. 2 away. But tune in to our next broadcast. We'll let you know. It will either be Wednesday night at 5:30 when Fairfield takes on Wilton in the middle of a 3-game midweek series. That ball zooms right past us, and it's 0-1. Or it will, if it is not during the week against Wilton, it will be over the weekend. We'll broadcast 6 games over 3 days. Fairfield will play Bridgeport, 3 games in 17U and 3 games in 19U. That ball fouled back. Count quickly 0-2 to Reed Giswaldi. So it's certainly going to be an exciting weekend. We'll have 5:30 and 7:30 on Friday. I believe it is 10 and 12 on Saturday, and then 10 and 1 Saturday, 10 and 12 on Sunday. That ball will miss, so he'll stay alive for now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And, of course, we'll have our pregame show from Bridgeport go on as close as we can on on Friday. We'll go probably around 5:20, and Saturday and Sunday both will go around 9:50. So that will do it for the top of the third. Bottom of the third is next, right here on the American Legion Broadcast Network.
Watch me, Mom. Watch me, Dad.
Watch me, Coach. Watch me, Sheen High School. Watch me, St. Joe's. Watch me, Waterbury. Watch me, Farmington.
Watch me, Fairfield County.
Watch me, Connecticut.
Watch me play.
Watch me work. Watch me compete.
Watch me get to the quarterback.
Watch me cheer. Watch me throw them out. Watch me score.
Watch me cross them up.
Watch me win. Watch me.
Watch me.
Watch me. No, watch me. Watch me. I'm Vantage Sportsnet.
Vantage Sportsnet by Frontier.
watching this broadcast, you're not alone. The HAN network is available for 200,000 Connecticut cable customers on the Frontier Network. And we've also reached 1.7 million viewers on our free live streaming sports, news, and entertainment broadcasts. To reach our rapidly growing audience, contact Advertising Director Jessica Murrin at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
It's Wardell for the win! Skyview State Champs!
The NFHS Network, now on mobile. Download the app today.
Bottom of the third action from Kiwanis Field. Fairfield still with a goose egg up on the board, as they will try and get some offense going here in the bottom of the third. And it will be Matt Longo, the freshman from Fairfield Ludlow, to lead things off. Again, you're going to see a lot of freshmen in this game from Fairfield because Fairfield is short today. Just so happened as players are either playing or working or had prior commitments. That ball will make it 2-0. So they were definitely short on players today, and that obviously not helping. And, of course, playing a state championship quality team not helping either. Longo will foul that ball off. 2 balls and a strike to count. Longo played at the New England Regional as a little leaguer. Couple of kids on his 15U team did as well, as count evened out now at 2-2. Newcomer will throw that ball on the outside part of the plate. We'll go to 3-2. Longo, the leadoff batter of the third. 3-2. This ball cracked to second, but a really good play as it is caught in the air by T.J. Wainwright, the pride and joy of West Hill High School, as Longo gets robbed of a base hit, and there's one away. That'll bring up Austin Curran. He is the 9th batter, so top of the order is coming up. That ball is strike. 0-1. A good sign last inning on offense as Fairfield able to keep the Stamford bats quiet. That ball back up the middle. It's going to drop a play. Its first will be in time as that ball kind of just died once it got past Newcomer, and Curran gets thrown out for the second out of the inning. So back to the top of the order with Chris Radovic out of Clark University, one of the college players on this team. Fairfield pooling mostly from Ludlow, Ward, and Prep, with a couple of college players mixed in there as well. That's strike one. So no balls and a strike to Radovic. He'll take it upstairs, gets by the catcher, and we go to 1-1. Whereas Fairfield is not as diverse as Stamford in that Stamford has got 2 high schools. Well, actually, they could pool from 3. Although there are no Trinity Catholic players, they could take players from Trinity Catholic. That ball fouled off behind the Fairfield dugout, 1-2. They could technically pool from 3 high schools publicly, plus a 4th private one in Prep. Actually, 4th and 5th private ones in Prep and King. They could also, of course, take from college. Pitch on the way will miss outside, 2-2. Radovic has been very dominant over the Fairfield bats, not allowing many balls to get past the infield. That one will, and it's ripped into left for a base hit. And Fairfield able to get one of their first hits of the day. And with 2 outs, they got a runner on first for Nick Parisi. Parisi out of Fairfield Ward, wearing number 2 on his back. He will bat here in the bottom of the third with 2 on. Pitch on the way. Will miss him, get by the catcher. And Radovic will go to second base. Fairfield is missing Ryan Donnelly and Matt Grabowski. Both of them playing college ball. Ryan had a commitment to play for the University of Bridgeport. Matt Grabowski playing at Endicott. That's a ground ball and a nice play at short. Can they get him across the diamond? They can. And they will, as that will end the inning. Fairfield still not able to get a run on the board. We will check in with you on the flip side of the third. The top of the fourth is next here on the Fairfield American Legion Broadcast Network.
We believe in patriotism. We believe in our nation's youth. We believe veterans earn their benefits through their service to our nation. We believe in a strong national security. We believe in our country. For 100 years, veterans have been impacting our nation through the American Legion, and we believe it makes a difference. If you believe, learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
Watch me, Mom. Watch me, Dad.
Watch me, Coach. Watch me, Sheen High School. Watch me, St. Joe's. Watch me, Waterbury. Watch me, Farmington.
Watch me, Fairfield County.
Watch me, Connecticut.
Watch me play.
Watch me work. Watch me compete.
Watch me get to the quarterback.
Watch me cheer. Watch me throw them out.
Watch me score.
Watch me cross them up.
Watch me win. Watch me.
Watch me.
Watch me. No, watch me. Watch me. I'm Vantage Sportsnet.
Vantage Sportsnet by Frontier.
First to the fourth here on the Fairfield American Legion Broadcast Network. Fairfield trails by 9 after giving up 8 in the first and 1 just last inning. Nick Parisi out on the mound now for post 143. Fairfield is 0-2 on the season, trying to get their first win of the year. This pitch on the way. Curveball upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. One-0 pitch. Check swing. They'll call him out on the swing, and it's 1-1. So, lots of baseball going on high school-wise. Of course, American Legion starting up this weekend, as that will be fouled back 1-2. And, of course, the state championships, the high school state championships, were yesterday up at Palmer Field in Middletown. As the Double L crown went to Cheshire. They defeated Ridgefield. It's the 1-2. Will miss, and will go 2-2. CIAC State Championship, they like to call it Super Saturday, was yesterday in Class L. That's a ball. That was decided Friday night. Wethersfield all over Windsor, 16-4. Wethersfield wins that tournament as an 11 seed. Seymour beat Wolcott 13-2 in Class M, and Notre Dame of Fairfield beat Coventry 10-6 in Class S. So really the only one that was really down to the wire, as that ball will be swung on and missed for strike 3, was the Double L Championship, which needed some extra innings to decide. And in the end, Cheshire, who now defeated the top 3 teams in the state, they defeat, the 1, 3, and 4 teams in the state in prep, Staples, and Ridgefield. Fly ball, left center field. And that'll be out number 2. So 2 down and a relatively easy start to the inning for Parisi. And Stamford just trying to get some more hot bats as Ruben Rodriguez will step in. Not that they need any more hot bats. They scored 8 in the first, and that kind of took Fairfield out of it. They then tacked on 1 more last inning as Rodriguez will step in, and the first pitch he sees is almost identical to that last hit. Oncoming is the right fielder. He'll make a play. The left fielder. And that will end the inning. So a 1-2-3 inning is just what the doctor ordered for Fairfield. They trail 9-0. We'll talk in the bottom of the 4th when we come back.
If you're watching this broadcast, you're not alone. The HAN network is available for 200,000 Connecticut cable customers on the Frontier network. And we've also reached 1.7 million viewers on our free live streaming sports, news, and entertainment broadcasts. To reach our rapidly growing audience, contact Advertising Director Jessica Murrin at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
Wardell for the win! Skyview State Champs!
The NFHS Network, now on mobile. Download the app today.
We believe in patriotism. We believe in our nation's youth. We believe veterans earn their benefits through their service to our nation. We believe in a strong national security. We believe in our country. For 100 years, veterans have been impacting our nation through the American Legion, and we believe it makes a difference. If you believe, learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
Watch me, Mom. Watch me, Dad.
Watch me, Coach. Watch me, Sheen High School. Watch me, St. Joe's. Watch me, Waterbury. Watch me, Farmington.
Watch me, Fairfield County.
Watch me, Connecticut.
Watch me play.
Watch me work. Watch me compete.
Watch me get to the quarterback.
Watch me cheer. Watch me throw them out. Watch me score.
Watch me cross them up.
Watch me win. Watch me. Watch me.
Watch me.
No, watch me.
Watch me. I'm Vantage Sportsnet.
Vantage Sportsnet by Frontier.
Austin Stewart gets us going in the bottom of the 4th, and his first pitch nearly hits him. It's ball 1. The count moves to 1-0. Stewart stepping in is the product of Fairfield Ward. They didn't have such a hot season either. That ball fouled back. Lost for the first time in feels like forever to Fairfield Ludlow in the crosstown rivalry game, and they did not make the FCAC playoffs. They lost in the first round of the state playoffs as that ball fouled back 1-2. Neither Fairfield public school team did well in the state playoffs. Fairfield Ludlow losing in the opening round of the state tournament to Amity, who went on to become state semifinalists. Fairfield Ward also lost in the opening round of the tournament. Pitch on the way is fouled back, so we'll do it once more at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ward lost 8-0 to Newtown in the opening round. Newtown lost to Ridgefield in the state quarterfinals. That ball hammered back. So once more, we do it at 1-2. And a really thrilling conclusion to the Class LL state tournament this year. Again, Fairfield Prep lost in the state semifinals to Cheshire, who went on to win the whole thing. That's ball two. So the count evens out now, 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, and Curran will slash this one foul. Starting to run out of balls down there in the dugout as Curran will try and finish, get on base now with a 2-2 count. So, see what he can do. 2-2 to Austin Curran once more, and again, fouled off. Curran battling for his life up there at the plate. Pitch on the way, fouled once more, and we'll do it again at 2-2. Fouled off again. It's been a long at bat. Still nobody gone. And still the first batter of the inning. This, another check swing and another foul ball. So, Curran will try and do it again. Stewart. That ball upstairs, so he has worked the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Really battling with Blake Newcomer. 3-2. Kicks, fires, and it's on the outside part of the plate. So what an at-bat for Austin Stewart. Able to draw the walk and get himself on base after being down in the count 1-2. Fouling off a ton of pitches. That'll bring up Jack Varco out of Fairfield Ward. Teammates with Austin. His first pitch to him on the inside part of the plate. A ball and no strikes. One zero. On there for a called strike. 1 ball and a strike. Again, thanks for tuning in. Our inaugural broadcast here on the Fairfield American Legion Broadcast Network is Fairfield trails Stamford 1-0. Tried to pick them off at first, but able to get back in time is Stewart. Takes a couple steps of a lead off first base. Newcomer kicks and fires, and Varco chops it down the third baseline. The only place to first, that's what they'll do. And they'll get the out to start off the inning. So 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th. That'll bring up Drew Buckley, batting in the number 5 spot. One of the youngest players on the team. First pitch to him. A curveball in there for strike 1. So Buckley going to try and bring in Stewart. That ball will miss. A ball and a strike. 1-1 on its way to Buckley. In the air. Buckley running down to first. It's going to be caught for out number 2. So newcomer trying to get himself out of a little bit of a pickle as he let Stewart on base. But that's really all that they've gotten. Second base is the farthest any Fairfield runner has gotten today, as in steps Edmund Hogan. Second at bat of the game for him. It's ball 1. Earlier action today in 19U, Westport defeated Trumbull 5-1. Greenwich beat Bridgeport 11-0. Bridgeport really taking it to the chin there. That is strike number 1. Ball and a strike. Saturday's action, Norwalk defeats Bridgeport 5-4 and 14-2 in a doubleheader. So Bridgeport having a tough weekend. Ground ball, first base side, and it's going to go foul. Ball on 2 strikes. In a doubleheader, Greenwich defeats Wilton 3-1 in both games. And Westport beats Trumbull 3-0. So Westport wins both games of over a weekend series over Trumbull. In 17U, Greenwich beats Bridgeport 6-5 and Trumbull 1-0 over Stamford, as that will be strike number 3. And to the top of the 5th, we march. This game really, really moving along. We will talk top 5 action when we come back on the American Legion Broadcast Network.
If you're watching this broadcast, you're not alone. The HAN network is available for 200,000 Connecticut cable customers on the Frontier Network. And we've also reached 1.7 million viewers on our free live streaming sports, news, and entertainment broadcasts. To reach our rapidly growing audience, contact Advertising Director Jessica Murrin at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
Wardell for the win! Skyview State Champs!
The NFHS Network, now on mobile. Download the app today.
We believe in patriotism. We believe in our nation's youth. We believe veterans earn their benefits through their service to our nation. We believe in a strong national security. We believe in our country. For 100 years, veterans have been impacting our nation through the American Legion, and we believe it makes a difference. If you believe, learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
Time for top 5 action here on the Fairfield American Legion Broadcast Network. Fairfield back in the field. And after an 8-run first inning has kind of waned out. They still haven't scored a run, but they haven't allowed any from Stamford in quite a while, as Parisi will go back out to the mound. Try and keep these Stamford batters in check. Nearing the bottom of the order, and a pinch hitter will be John McDonough. He'll enter the game as a pinch hitter. That's strike 1. Count moves to 0-1. As we move along here. Swing and a miss at a pitch belt high, and it's 0-2. So an 0-2 pitch coming. Swing and a miss, but got a piece of it. So McDonough will stay alive at the plate. So an 0-2 pitch on the way. Parisi to McDonough. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that'll be the first out of the inning. So the first batter of the inning gets retired. That's ball 1. High upstairs, 1-0. As Danny Galazzo will step into the box. Fly ball first base side. Longo will have to run for it and will not get there in time. So Galazzo staying alive at the plate. 1 ball, a strike, and an out. Again, thanks for tuning in. You can watch games all season long here on the American Legion Broadcast Network, as we will provide HD live streaming right here on YouTube, possibly a couple of broadcasts on Facebook. That ball fouled off. First base side of things, 1-2 is the count. So a brand new count will be 1-2 for Galazzo. Adam Stone is standing on deck, a couple of feet away. One, two. Will be 2-2 now. Fairfield getting ready for a big series this week against Wilton. That ball will be in the dirt, and we'll move the count full. So 3 balls and 2 strikes, the count. Three, 2. High. And that'll put him on first base. So Stone will come up. Has walked twice today. Was part of that big first inning of 8 runs. That ball up high, ball and no strikes the count. So a tough 1-0 count here with 1 down. That looked like it was a strike. Got it 1-1. 1-1 to Stone, trying to do what he does best. And he cracks one the other way, and it will be caught out in left field. So Stone, that was actually Grant Papura. He was brought in as a pinch hitter. You're going to see lots of those, including one for TJ. Oh, no. This will be TJ Wainwright up at the plate. As that'll be a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. So, a stolen base, though, for Galazzo, as he'll get to second. Stamford try and score again. Kicks and deals. Out a tough call, and it's 2-0. So, 2-0 pitch on its way. Runner goes. And he'll steal 2 bases in a row. Is that a strike? Count now is 3 balls and no strikes. So 3-0 on its way. In there for a strike and finally able to get one across the plate, 3-1. (3-1) on its way. And it's a line drive that gets over the third baseman's head. So they are into double digits, Stamford is. And they will take the 10-0 lead. So a real tough inning it could be if they can't get some outs right now. That ball fouled right back. 0-1. As Dean DePrada, it will be a pinch hitter. Chris Candido will step in. We've seen a couple this inning. It's a fly ball that, again, is right near us, 0-2. So it is held off. The rain is held off, very surprisingly. Of course, knock on wood. Hopefully it won't come back and haunt us later on. As the 0-2 on its way. We'll make it 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes is the count. And that'll be strike 3. So they'll get the final out of the inning, and that's all they needed, as Fairfield just going to try and get some offense going. It's kind of been the same story all day. To the bottom of the 5th we go. Only a few innings left. We'll talk bottom 5 when we get back.
We believe in patriotism. We believe in our nation's youth. We believe veterans earn their benefits through their service to our nation. We believe in a strong national security. We believe in our country. For 100 years, veterans have been impacting our nation through the American Legion, and we believe it makes a difference. If you believe, learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
Watch me, Mom. Watch me, Dad.
Watch me, Coach. Watch me, Sheehan High School. Watch me, St. Joe's. Watch me, Waterbury. Watch me, Farmington.
Watch me, Fairfield County.
Watch me, Connecticut.
Watch me play.
Watch me work. Watch me compete.
Watch me get to the quarterback.
Watch me cheer.
Watch me throw them out. Watch me score.
Watch me cross them up.
Watch me win. Watch me.
Watch me.
Watch me. No, watch me.
Watch me. I'm Vantage Sportsnet.
Vantage Sportsnet by Frontier.
If you're watching this broadcast, you're not alone. The HAN network is available for 200,000 Connecticut cable customers on the Frontier network. And we've also reached 1.7 million viewers on our free live streaming sports, news, and entertainment broadcasts. To reach our rapidly growing audience, contact Advertising Director Jessica Murrin at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
Bottom 5th here at Kiwanis Field. Aiden Blank back with you on the Fairfield American Legion Broadcast Network. As Fairfield just trying to scoop by here, down 10-0, and they haven't gotten many hits today. Pitch on the way. Back up the middle. Hits a nice hop and a play at short, so what looked like could have been a single now turns into a one-pitch, one-out situation here in the bottom of the 5th. Being told that there will be a 10-run rule in effect. That will mean that Fairfield needs to score. In Little League, they call it bottom 4, but they only play 6. So in American Legion, they'll call it after 5, as that's ball 1. This is Matt Longo. A tough spot to be up in if you are Longo, and of course, those that come after him, Austin Curran and possibly Radzik, as they're going to try and keep this game alive. That ball hammered, foul. It'll be 1-2. Pitch on the way. Will send Longo back to the dugout, shaking his head. Some of these younger players have just had a tough day out on the field. Some of the older players have as well. But a lot of these younger players being thrown into a situation where it's freshmen in high school versus kids that are in college. As Austin Curran will be Fairfield's last hope. That's strike 1 as they are down to their final out. Matt Prue, I'm being told, is actually going to come in as a pinch hitter. That ball is fouled straight back. Excuse me, not straight back, but into the Stamford dugout. 0-2. Pitch on the way. Misses on the inside, so they'll stay alive for now. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Prue. That ball misses again. We'll go 2-2. Pitch on the way is a foul ball, so Fairfield trying to keep this game alive. Again, all they need is a run, but with nobody on base and 2 outs, it's not looking very probable. That ball fouled off once more, so 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Fairfield down to its final out as the pitch on the way. Again, fouled off. Blake Newcomer has pitched this entire game, so assuming he can get this final strike and end the game, he will have thrown a complete game. And if you're Stamford, that is huge, as that will be it. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And Fairfield will be swept out of their own ballpark by Stamford. And that will do it. As the final score, Stamford 10 and Fairfield nothing. We'll be back to talk about it in just a moment on the Fairfield American Legion Broadcast Network.
Wardell for the win! Skyview State Champs!
The NFHS Network, now on mobile. Download the app today.
We believe in patriotism. We believe in our nation's youth. We believe veterans earn their benefits through their service to our nation. We believe in a strong national security. We believe in our country. For 100 years, veterans have been impacting our nation through the American Legion, and we believe it makes a difference. If you believe, learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
Watch me, Mom. Watch me, Dad.
Watch me, Coach. Watch me, Sheen High School. Watch me, St. Joe's. Watch me, Waterbury. Watch me, Farmington.
Watch me, Fairfield County.
Watch me, Connecticut.
Watch me play. Watch me work.
Watch me compete.
Watch me get to the quarterback.
Watch me cheer.
Watch me throw them out. Watch me score.
Watch me cross them up.
Watch me win.
Watch me.
Watch me.
Watch me.
No, watch me. Watch me on Vantage Sportsnet.
Vantage Sportsnet by Frontier.
A tough 10-0 loss for Fairfield today, and it's in part mostly to the Stamford Bats that came alive in the first inning as Adam Stone, TJ Wainwright, Dean DePrada, Reed Gaswaldi, Nico Kides, and Leo Sochi and Ruben Rodriguez all reached before Michael Grafstein was the first to be retired. So a tough first inning led to a I would say better next couple of innings as Fairfield loses it in 5-10-0. We're talking on the post-game show, and we will be back in action, as we said, either Wilton on Wednesday here at home with a 5:30 start, a 5:20 pregame show, or possibly, or definitely over the weekend with game times at 5:30 and 7:30 in Bridgeport, 17 and 19U on Friday. And then, of course, 10 will be the 17U game, and 1 will be the 19U game on Saturday. And Sunday, 10 o'clock will be the 17U game, and 1 o'clock will be the 19U game. Friday night coverage begins at 5:20 with the pregame show. We'll do a little earlier pregame show on Saturday. We'll be on the air about 10:20 for both games. So that will do it for us here at Fairfield, here in Kiwanis Field. Stamford ends up sweeping Fairfield over a 3-game weekend series. Yesterday at Cubetta Stadium, it was 10-3 and 7-5. And today it is 10-0. For Sarsfield Ford, our general manager, head coach of 19U, Tyrone Kingwood, and of course our producer, myself, and our cameraman, Chris Blank, we are saying so long. We'll be back in action either Wednesday or next weekend. But for everybody here at Fairfield American Legion, I'm Aiden Blank. Stamford 10, Fairfield 0. And we say have a great rest of your weekend.